Dude, Ricegum's gonna die. What the heck? Oh my gosh. Ricegum. Oh my god. Dude, that guy better run quick. Oh my god. He's got thousands of people surrounding him.
Camera's turning on because I feel really uncomfortable.
Here we go, here we go.
Now you might just be asking yourself, what the hell did I watch? And that, my friends, was Vidcon. And if you don't know what Vidcon is, well, you're kind of lucky, because Vidcon is this event which is supposed to celebrate creators, fans, and of course online video. However, Vidcon is in fact the only event which fails to do all three of those things, and the only thing it does succeed at doing it is grabbing your money and of course your pass if you are a creator.
All our VidCon badges, and they're like, you guys need to go home, you guys can't come back, and I was like, what? And then some like head security VidCon guy, I don't even know, pulls me off to the side and he was like, yo, you can't come back, you're banned forever.
VidCon is supposed to be for creators, and there seems to be this trend where they take away creators' passes for being, well, too popular. The issue being that these creators could not walk around the event without a crowd of barely pubescent girls chasing them around the event and, well, mobbing them.
Something's going on. What's happening? Harsh dude. Dude, that's really bad. Dude, Ricegum's gonna die. What the heck? Oh my gosh. Ricegum. Oh my god. Dude, that guy better run quick. Oh my god. He's got thousands of people surrounding him. Oh my god.
And the obvious reaction from security would be to, well, help these creators out and stop them from getting mobbed and improve security, but that's exactly what they didn't do.
And then he says something like, oh, you guys aren't invited to this, and I'm just like, what? Like, I literally went last year, the same exact thing happened, you know, just showed up randomly, got mobbed, and like, maybe they should have been like, you know what, maybe next year we should give this guy security guards and a VIP pass and make sure he doesn't get mobbed and doesn't cause a commotion. But no.
You see, security was actually ordered to kick out popular creators from VidCon, and if you think about it, kicking out popular creators kind of goes against what VidCon is. It's sad that creators actually paid hundreds of dollars to attend this event to meet their fans, only to be kicked out by security and threatened with being arrested for trespassing if they come back.
If you come back, it's considered trespassing and we'll call the cops.
Take for instance Logan Paul. Before he even entered VidCon, he was mobbed by hundreds of people, and by the time he got in, past the gates, there was close to 1,000 people chasing him.
Oh, yo, what is going on?
It hasn't even started, bro.
It hasn't even begun.
Here we go, here we go.
He attempted to get away from his fans by climbing onto a water fountain. Well, these rabid fans actually climbed up onto the water fountain and chased him. And by the time he managed to get through the doors of the event, he was tackled and assaulted by security. I mean, what the hell is going on? This is a children's event, not a WWE wrestling match. What the hell is security doing at this event? In fact, you might be wondering, like, why would he even resist security? Well, that's because the fact that he has hundreds of many more dangerous fans behind him who will do who knows what to him. So in my opinion, he was right for resisting security and getting away from that crowd of people chasing him while security was trying to hold him on the ground. Finally, however, he did manage to escape outside the event, which was really dangerous for him if you think about it.
Oh snap, this is nuts!
Logan then, from his hotel room, got a call from security saying that security just wants to know where he is for security purposes.
I'm with security. They just want to know where you are, bro.
For what reason?
For safety reasons. That's what's going on, Mr. Logan. So I need to speak with you.
Oh, sorry, bro. I'm safe.
However, security was lying to him because they just wanted to stop him from entering the event again, and they wanted to take his pass away. So they wanted to meet up with him so they could confiscate his pass. And I know this personally because I dealt with Vidcon security, and they also lied to me in order to get me to hand over my pass to block me from entering again. Now here's where Vidcon's corruption really shines, because security actually kicked out Logan Paul's cameraman despite having done nothing wrong except filming, and he didn't even break the code of conduct, which means security shouldn't have been able to kick him out, but they did anyway because, well, security has all the power they want.
Did they waterboard you?
Bro, they like locked me in a stairwell.
Right?
Yeah, that was some
What'd I tell
questioning
you?
right
What did I
there.
tell you?
They're like, where the f is he?
What did I tell you?
Oh, no way.
Bro, I'm pretty sure he's f***ing gone. I was like, he's not coming back.
I texted Brendan. I was like,
They were like,
I was
we know you're his videographer. We
Oh,
know it. We know
no
it.
way?
Yeah, bro. If they didn't say that, like right away, I would have been like, yo, I'm just another. I tried, but I actually did try and say, like, yo, all I did was hold my camera higher than everybody else. They were like, I'm not buying that.
In fact, this cameraman, when he was detained by security, he was brought to a room under a stairwell and interrogated pretty harshly from what I can hear, and banned from ever entering the event again, which is really just not right, because if you think about it, Vidcon Security CSC is only hired for 1 year, yet they are enforcing several years worth of punishments, which is not within their power. It can be said that CSC Security is overreaching the limits of their power and abusing it. People took to Twitter to complain about CSC Security to Hank Green, the president of Vidcon, and you might recognize Hank Green because he's been involved in some science-based YouTube videos over the years. And Hank Green is the one in charge of this money grab known as Vidcon. This person complained about people as young as 14 being assaulted by security at the Vidcon event. Another user, Mar, complained about people being locked in closets, which I imagine is only the same room that Logan Paul's friends was locked in under the stairwell. So it seems pretty typical that Vidcon is detaining these people and locking them in rooms and I guess interrogating them for whatever reason they deem fit. Hank Green then attempted to respond to all the bad publicity about Vidcon by saying, hey, who was locked in closets? Mar then replied with a video of a minor being assaulted by security at Vidcon. And of course, Hank Green never even replied to Mar, who he had promised to. Good job, Hank Green. Dozens of people were assaulted by CSC security at Vidcon, and you won't even take your time out of the day to respond to these people who have questions, or even attempt to remedy the situation. Now, Vidcon takes security very, very seriously, and this can be clearly outlined by the fact that they sent this email to every single person who registered for Vidcon. Now that's great and all, except all the fear at Vidcon is now coming from security being too abusive rather than outside forces acting on the event. Now we can all tell that Vidcon takes security very seriously because they hired CSC Security, who are known for being the most physically abusive and overreaching security company in the United States of America. These guys will definitely do a good job of pinning underage teenagers to the ground and holding them in choke locks. So, nice choice, Hank Green. That's the best security you can possibly choose to keep the event safe. I actually did some research into CSC Security, and I found this very recent article written about them. This article states that CSC Security are well known for punching, tackling, and choking people to the ground at any major event. And at VidCon specifically, choking and locking people under stairwells at the event. CSC Security has in fact been sued on several occasions for charges relating from personal injury to assault and battery to civil rights violations. In fact, CSC's power-tripping security is so severe they've been sued over 4 times more than their closest competitor, Elite Security Services. It seems only fitting that they've been hired by VidCon to run, well, a children's event. In fact, CSC security is so bad that it's not long after every major event that they're put in charge of that videos of them choking and tackling people to the ground come to light just soon after. In fact, just a day before VidCon, a video at EDC of CSC security manhandling and holding a person from leaving the concert was uploaded to YouTube.
I'm not taking it off. I just want to test it, make sure it's not ready. Now, will you let me? No, absolutely not. Why are you not going to let me? Talk to you. Stop. What are you doing? Stop. Somebody's recording this? Stop. Just let it go. No. What? What are you doing? You guys let the go home. I understand that.
Maybe you guys know who Christian Burns is because, well, I mean, who doesn't? Practically every single major YouTuber has made a video on Christian Burns at this point. He's an Instagram model who was caught in a quote-unquote scandal for apparently verbally abusing security at VidCon. In fact, hatred for Christian Burns is so widespread that his Instagram account got shut down unfairly because people were mass reporting it from the news. I mean, even Ethan from H3H3 made a video calling out Christian Burns for saying these horrible things to a security guard. To everyone, it's pretty clear that Christian Burns is guilty and a villain at VidCon. So in researching for this video, I decided it's a really good idea just to double check that everything I'm saying in this video is correct. So I decided to do my own research. So I came across the original video with Christian Burns, which only had a fraction of the views that these other videos of Christian Burns had. I was pretty shocked by what I saw about Christian Burns in that original video because, as it turns out, all of the hatred towards Christian Burns was, well, unfounded. Because the original video of Christian Burns shows security at VidCon choking and tackling a random guy to the ground who seemingly did nothing wrong. Excessive and violent force was used against a guy at VidCon who was doing nothing wrong except just trying to walk away from security. And remind you that this is a kids event.
Whoa, what's going on? Whoa. Whoa.
Yo, what are you guys doing? Oh my
Whoa. Whoa, security's fighting security. Whoa. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the hell? Whoa. Oh my god. What just happened?
Extremely deplorable and messed up, right? I mean, this is when Christian Burns then confronted security about why they're abusing and choking a guy at VidCon like an animal.
What is wrong with you people? They're asking me. Back up! I don't even know this guy. Be quiet. You're not treating a human being like a dog. I'm not doing anything. You're not treating a human being like a dog. Dude. The way you treat that human, I don't even know who he is. You treat that human being like a dog? What the fuck is wrong with you? Do not fucking treat a human being. I don't even know who this is. I'm sorry. Okay, they're all
get the fuck out of here. Honestly,
dude, they were choking him. I know.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
That is disgusting. What even happened? I know. Treat someone like that. You don't treat. They were choking this man.
They were hitting him.
That's wrong. That's wrong.
That is abuse. Whoa. Yeah, I got some of it.
Yo, I like the thing you did today. Very good.
What happened?
They choked some fucking innocent person. They just choked this innocent man. Oh, I don't know the man. I just care about people. Like it's actually.
In fact, it seems like Christian Burns was just standing up for someone who was seemingly being abused by CSC security at VidCon. Now, isn't that the right thing to do? I mean, if that was you being choked down by security at VidCon, wouldn't you at least hope that somebody would stand up for you too? And that's exactly what Christian did, and while his intentions were the best, perhaps the way he went around it wasn't the best way, but you can definitely see that Christian doesn't deserve the amount of hate he got for shouting at the security guard at VidCon, because in fact security was abusing and assaulting a guy. Because of all the hate Christian was getting, in the end he ended up making this apology video, but when I emailed him asking about it, it seemed like the apology video wasn't so sincere, because he stood up for himself in the email saying that what he did was right. So why would you apologize then? Just kind of shows the force of the internet, doesn't it? The apology video was wrong, but Christian Burns' intentions were right. Which is kind of a strange dilemma, isn't it? As it's plain to see, a majority of the problems that came from VidCon originated from CSC security, and to be honest, CSC security's record speaks for itself. I mean, look at all the lawsuits they have on their hands. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous at this point. Like, their security is known for assaulting people. Why would you hire them for a children's event? Members of FaZe Clan who were with RiceGum at the time really managed to capture an interesting event and their side of the story, which they uploaded to YouTube.
Oh shit! Oh no! Oh my god! Oh no! Back up!
All of these guys banned.
So what? We're getting kicked out now?
Yeah, we're getting kicked out.
Bro, we got kicked out because Rice is too poppin'.
And I need anybody with a wristband. So I need this pink wristband.
Oh, mine got ripped off, I think.
We're being kicked out. Shit. We're there for literally 2 minutes and we had security too. And it just got all fucked up. We can't do anything about that. I guess VidCon's not down. They took all our passes, our wristband. We're leaving now because we're getting kicked out.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, we got kicked out. We're not allowed back in VidCon.
We're not allowed back in?
No.
Dude, I got a sickly attack.
We're going, okay? Of that mob.
It's not our fault.
We incited a riot. It really is not our fault.
Yeah, that's a height.
These goddamn security guards, dude, so uptight. Worst part, they were treating us like criminals, dude. They were like yelling at us, saying, "Don't move, you can't leave, you need to stay right here." We walk a little bit. We walk a little bit this way. No, come back. See.
Interestingly enough, they also agree that VidCon's security is inherently corrupt, and they even confront an executive of VidCon telling them their employer is not right and that the event is corrupt.
That way, they called you and said what?
They were frantic. They said, "Oh, we had some bad things just happen. We need them gone." When they get here, they're gonna pick up their cars. They gotta go.
Damn, that is fucked.
They were breathing hard. Like you pissed somebody off. Was mad.
Yeah, we just went into VidCon. That's.
Sorry about that, guys.
You guys are fucking whack.
No, it's not. It's not him. It's not.
Whoever you work for is whack as fuck. That's it. Whack as fuck. Fuck VidCon, dude. Fuck VidCon. And you're this whack shit.
Yeah, so let's just throw an event for YouTubers and then kick the YouTubers out.
Yeah, right?
And sell tickets for these fans to come and see us. And then just get kicked out.
No, it honestly makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Makes sense.
Shout out VidCon for
They know
really,
exactly what they're doing.
really running a good.
You guys know how to run
convention.
a social media site and a fucking shit convention.
In fact, George Janko, a YouTuber with just 800,000 subscribers, around twice as many as me, got kicked out from the event for being too popular as well. This really is a common theme here, isn't it? Like, come on.
I'm very scared right now. Mark! Oh, Mark got stuck.
He was followed by quite a few fans until he was dragged by security to a private room, which I'm assuming is under the staircase. In fact, he felt threatened, so he recorded security, who was not civil or courteous to him.
Camera's turning on because I feel really uncomfortable. Yeah. No, they're interrogating me like I did something wrong, so the camera stays on. I'm not turning my camera off.
Okay, so serious.
I'm being serious. You guys are acting like we're criminals.
I mean,
Call police then. Call police. Go ahead. Get on your phone. I'm videotaping. Call your phone.
we endangered.
Call police.
Doing the event without a credential. You forced your way by the guards.
We didn't force our way into the guards.
Do you have video evidence?
Watched me go in. Turn it off.
I don't want to turn it off.
We are allowed to have a camera on when this is happening.
Public space.
Okay, well when we feel interrogated when we didn't do anything, then yes.
No, we could just like walk out of here. I love to talk to the police officers. I'm trying not to, bro. What did I do wrong? Did you see me do anything wrong?
No, nothing.
We could just walk out. Then why are you talking to us like we're criminals? I don't get it. No, listen, I just heard the cops. They said they don't care.
And that further goes on to show that VidCon is not for creators, and a creator with just 800,000 subscribers was kicked out for simply being too popular. I mean, in today's world, 800,000 subscribers is not even a large YouTuber. Hank Green, president of VidCon, took to Twitter responding to all this negative criticism about himself and his event. Naturally, you'd expect Hank Green to talk about his plans to fix the event and improve it, but this is exactly what he didn't do, because he actually went on to defend his event and security, and he basically brushed off any negative criticism about himself or the event. In the article, Hank responds to the large number of YouTubers who were kicked out of VidCon. He explains that these creators were not originally invited, and he gave excuses for this, for example, saying that YouTubers became popular too quickly for them to be invited to the event. And this is wrong, because RiceGum has been popular for at least 2 years, and even last year at VidCon, he was swarmed by fans at the event, so why didn't you invite him?
Like, I literally went last year, the same exact thing happened, just showed up randomly.
Hank goes on to say that some creators were originally invited, but they refused an invitation, but their plans later changed and they decided to come to VidCon anyway. While this may have been true for a small number of people, it would be outright wrong to say that people who were originally invited were kicked out of VidCon, because not a single person who's uploaded a video to YouTube has claimed that they were invited, refused the offer, and later came to VidCon anyway. In fact, Hank Green, this is probably an outright lie. Can you point out to one YouTuber who was originally invited, turned down the offer, and later got kicked out of VidCon? I seriously doubt it. I'm actually disgusted that Hank Green would argue that people were originally invited to VidCon but later kicked out. This is complete bullshit, because I personally reached out to VidCon months before attending, asking for permission to attend their event. I applied both as a creator but was refused any help. I later then again applied as press, but was for a second time refused entry to VidCon. I informed them that I would still be covering the event despite not being invited. If George Janko, with only 800,000 subscribers, can be swarmed by crowds at VidCon, why would you refuse YouTubers to reach out to you with a decent following from entering VidCon? In fact, this is not safe, and this is why people are getting kicked out. The fact that Hank Green would even argue that YouTubers didn't apply to become part of VidCon is outright deception. In fact, I've been told that YouTubers with upwards of over 1 million subscribers have reached out to VidCon asking for passes, and they were refused by VidCon security. This is making VidCon more dangerous than it already is. I want to draw your attention to some tweets made by Hank Green during VidCon. Look here as he shows off a pile of badges which had apparently been confiscated by security for being fake. In fact, these badges don't look fake at all. These are real badges he is claiming were faked. In fact, these are just general badges that CSC security confiscated from people entering the event. For example, myself, RiceGum, Logan Paul. In fact, fake badges really weren't a thing at all, because very few people have access to printing presses and plastic cutters which can make good replicas, except for, of course, very large companies. But this didn't stop people from getting in past CSC security to VidCon by making or improvising their own passes.
To ensure that VidCon remains fun, safe, and friendly, there is a lot of security. In this video, we're going to explore one important question, and that question is, how good is VidCon security really? First, let's see if I can get in wearing a 2016 community badge. That's the one on the left. The one on the right is from this year. Now let's see with the 2016 industry badge. Let's make it a bit more challenging. These community badges are from VidCon 2014 and VidCon 2015. As you can see, they are much larger in size.
Used a badge which was a laminated piece of white paper to get into the event.
Let's give him an easy one. Here's my press pass for the Bad Grandpa premiere in Amsterdam.
What an absolute legend, showing just how bad CSC security really is. This is the type of criticism VidCon really needs. In fact, less than 5 minutes after being kicked out of the event, I found someone on the street selling passes, $700 passes for $100, and he told me that these passes were actually taken from workers at VidCon who were giving out the passes. So these are real passes being sold out from corruption at VidCon. One more thing I'd like to point out is that somebody called out Hank Green on Twitter asking why people need fake passes to get in VidCon in the first place. And Hank Green responded with, I know the answer to this one. It's because not everybody wants to pay to get into VidCon. But this couldn't be further from the truth, because your $200 creator passes were completely sold out. Because the reason people were using fake passes or buying passes off the street like I had to is because the tickets were completely sold out. So for Hank Green to say that people just didn't want to pay wasn't the truth. The fact of the matter is, you're charging exorbitant prices, over $700, just for people to get access to the complete event. I really actually hope Hank Green sees this video and it helps him improve this event, because VidCon was, despite all the trouble and all the security issues, actually kind of fun. As always, guys, you can follow me on Twitter at Vexxed4C. I actually have open direct messages, always, so I can respond to every single person who messages me, and I always do. And if you really want to go the extra mile, you can subscribe. That's optional and not required, but is extremely appreciated. Amazingly, you guys have helped me make a living over the past year from YouTube. Every single dollar I've earned has gone back into living expenses, school, or reinvested into the channel. For example, I'm now going to film all my videos in 4K, so please subscribe, as I only release videos once a month, and I make sure you get the absolute highest quality possible. This video alone has taken weeks and several thousands of edits. I also have a Twitch where I do IRL streaming. If you like streaming, you can follow me there. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and have an amazing day.